Bathroom Breaks and Bedtime Tales presents The Extraction by Sevastian Winters. The Job. New Orleans doesn't sleep, but it sure as hell forgets. The city swallows its dead and moves on, same as always. I should learn from it, should let things go. But then Henry Mathis slides the photo across the table. Blonde hair, sharp blue eyes. Camille Mathis, 20 years old, beautiful, missing 2 months. She got lost, he says, somewhere past Lafayette, past the roads with name. I pick up the photo. The edges curl, touched too many times. You sure she wants to be found? Mathis exhales, steady. His hand tightens around his glass. I don't care if she wants it. Something shifts in his jaw, and that's when I see it. The real reason he's here. I saw unmarked FBI vehicles on my way into town. The extra antennas are always a giveaway. That and the suspension differences that make bureau vehicles more maneuverable, but also sit just a little too high to be regular and a little too low to be for show. Tires are different too, thicker, bulletproof. The harder they try to make those cars blend in, the more obvious they become, not to mention the exempt license plates. I gesture toward one. It's happening soon, isn't it? I say. His fingers drum against the bar. The feds move in the day after tomorrow, he says. Night raid. My stomach tightens. Jesus. Mathis drains his drink. You get her out before that, or you drop her in the swamp. Too many government contracts on the go. I can't afford to have my name wrapped up in all her bullshit. This isn't about his daughter. It's about him. He tries to read my face. I offer him nothing. You got a problem with that? He asks. I was told you're the man for this job. I say nothing. He slides a check across the table toward me. I glance at it. Lots of zeros. I reach out and take it. I slip it into my pocket. I pick up my beer. I drain it. I do not answer him. I do not look at him. I stand. I walk away. Time to go to work. The trail. The city fades behind me, and the land stretches wide. The bayou doesn't announce itself. It just happens. Pavement crumbles into gravel. The air thickens, soupy with rot. I meet Roy at a cafe across from the bait shop in Houma. He pours 2 glasses, like this is a social call. Roy is my eyes and ears. He's already done the research. But he always acts like we're on a social call before a job, like it's going to be our last meal together. Someday he'll be right. I order a Reuben and fries, no pickle, and a Coke. Roy orders a Cobb salad. He stares at me for a moment and then shakes his head. You don't want this one, he says. Tell me anyway. He grips his drink like a life raft. You ever hear of a fella called Elijah Kurtz? Something shifts in my chest. I've heard the name, I say. Used to be a missionary, he says. Came to save the bayou. Guess the bayou saved him instead. How? Roy's throat bobs a bit. By teaching him. I slide my glass away. He know what's coming? He's ready for it. That lands wrong. What do you mean, ready? Roy won't meet my eyes. He's not gonna let 'em take him. He swallows hard. Or any of 'em. Weapons? He nods. I hand him Henry Mathis's check. He looks at it and lets out a low whistle. You'll take care of that? I ask. I'll take it to the bank after I drop you at the dock. Into the swamp. The boatman doesn't talk. That suits me fine. The only sounds are the motor and the thick breath of the swamp. Mist curls over the water, heavy as sweat. Cypress trees twist their roots through the current. We find the first body before noon, tied to a tree, throat cut. A symbol carved into his chest, a jagged spiral twisting inward. The boatman grips the tiller tight. Turn around, he asks. I shake my head. I consult my aerial map and point at a distant, rickety old wooden dock. Drop me over there. I press my hand against the shotgun on the bench beside me. You sure? His throat bobs. The motor hums. A few minutes later, I step out of the boat, down the creaky dock, and onto the bank. He guns the motor and disappears into the swamp. The sound of an occasional fish breaching or a bird taking flight are the only sounds. I turn my head toward the trees, and I begin to thrash my way through to the spot on the map where I expect to find the preacher's compound. The boatman will be back tonight. He's gone to bring back another boat. He will not be waiting for me in this bayou. Ghosts, he said before leaving. They'll get you if you tarry long. The Kingdom of Kurtz. The house sags into the land, bones of wood and smoke. People move through the fields, quiet, barefoot, not lost, not afraid. They see me. They let me pass. Kurtz waits on the porch. He's tall, sharp at the edges, his eyes like two pits in his skull. You're not the first man to come looking for something, he says, pointing at my shotgun. We're all peaceful here. You won't need that. I grip the shotgun tighter. I'm here for Camille Mathis. His teeth flash. Of course you are. I'll have someone take you to her. We have nothing to hide. The truth in the dark. Kurtz didn't lie. They actually let me see her. She sits in an old chapel, candlelight licking at her skin. She doesn't look lost, doesn't look scared. She does, however, look to be extremely pregnant. I look around. Most of the women in the chapel are in some degree of the same state. She also looks home. Camille, I say. She blinks slowly, like I'm waking her up from something deep. You know what's coming, I tell her. Tomorrow night, the feds. She doesn't flinch. They'll burn it down, I say. She smiles. No, she whispers. We will. Something cold wraps around my spine. I catch her meaning. I point to her belly, the bellies of the other women. But your babies. God will provide, she says. Pastor Kurtz tells us to have faith. Is he the father? I ask. She doesn't answer. Kurtz doesn't rule these people. At least they don't see it that way. In their minds, he freed them. Tell my father I'm fine, she says. Tell him the only way to escape the world's weight is to let it go. I think of her father's words. Bring her back or drop her in the swamp. But does he know she's pregnant? Would he even care? I need more time, but time is not on my side. I stay a little longer. I'm offered a room, a bed. I accept. I cannot leave without her. I don't know if I can kill her. The Fire Sermon. The night hums thick with heat. Kurt stands by the water, voice rolling through the dark. We were born in cages, raised in chains. Here we break 'em. And I understand. He's not hiding from the raid. He's beating 'em to it. If the law is coming to take 'em, then there won't be anything left to take. The Price of Freedom. I wake to screaming. Smoke churns through the trees, turning the sky black. People run, arms lifted, rejoicing. The chapel is burning, the fields too. And through the flames, I hear Kurtz laughing. Because this is his choice. His people see the fire, and they don't run. They walk into it. A sacrifice is only real if it costs you everything. Camille moves toward the blaze. I grab her wrist. No. She twists, nails cutting into my skin. Let go of me. And I should, but I don't. The end of Kurtz. His people see him now, standing in the inferno, and they follow. One by one, they willingly, with determination, follow him into the flames. One by one, they fall as the flames consume them. The air smells like the worst sort of barbecue. I vomit, but I maintain my grip on Camille, who has stopped struggling. Instead, she watches, as if transfixed by a dream. It isn't quick. I pull Camille toward the river. The boat is waiting as promised. And also, as promised, the boatman isn't. Doesn't matter. I start the engine myself. The road back. Mathis meets us at a motel outside the city. He moves toward her, arms open. Camille doesn't move. Her eyes are flat, hollow. You'll be okay, I tell her. She doesn't answer. Mathis presses an envelope into my hand. The other half, cash. A look at Camille. She looks at nothing. Mathis turns toward the car. She follows, slow, like she's walking into a cage. And all at once, I know, That's exactly what she's doing. I should have let her go. The city is a lie. New Orleans doesn't sleep, but it sure as hell forgets. I find a bar, sit in the dark, light a cigarette, think about the girl in the candlelight, the fire curling through the trees, the man standing in the center of it all. Kurtz, I can still hear his voice. The city is a lie. Maybe he was right. Maybe I should have stayed. Maybe we all should have. I take a long drag. Doesn't matter now. I saw what I saw. So did Camille. The swamp doesn't give back what it takes. And it has taken me. I walk to a payphone and I call Roy. He answers on the fourth ring. I'm retired, I say. He does not reply. I hear the click. I drop the phone receiver and I walk away.